This is a guided body scan. So find somewhere really comfortable to lay down, whether that's on the floor or on your bed, somewhere different. And make sure that you're as comfortable as you can be and warm enough. So a blanket over you, or maybe rolled blanket under the knees for support. Just taking a little bit of time to make sure that you're comfortable and warm. And know that this body scan will help release any held tensions that you might have in the body and offer you a moment to pause, whether that's at the beginning of your day, halfway through your day, or before you head to bed in the evening. So as you settle down in your laying position, take a few breaths, slow breaths in and slow breaths out. You might even allow that to be with an audible sigh, just to let yourself land into the practice. Deep breath in. Sigh to release. And then allowing the breath to return to a natural rhythm, breathing in and out through your nose, exhaling through the mouth whenever you need to. Notice the sounds around you, sounds of my voice, the sounds in your background, maybe even the subtle sound of your breath. Let your awareness travel from sound to sound to sound. And allow the sounds to be around you, almost as if you become the still point right at the center. And any of the noises are welcome. It's not like we need to shut them out. You are still able to rest, allowing the sounds to be there in your background. And notice your body settling into the support beneath you. Just taking the next few breaths to let the weight of the day, or the weight of your life, just settle for a moment with each breath out, like you're laying some of that carrying down with every breath out. The back of the head can gently rest. The shoulders can nestle down. You might even give them a little wriggle. You could open and close the mouth a few times to invite softness into the jaw, into the face. Allow the forehead to smooth. Notice all the parts of your spine that connect to the support beneath you. And let the buttocks soften into the earth below, the support below. And then the weight of your heels just gently resting into the earth. There's no need to change anything, but notice where your hands have landed. Perhaps they're alongside you, perhaps they're holding your belly. For the next few moments, bring your attention to your breath. Notice where you connect with it, where you feel it. Maybe it's at the belly. Maybe you feel your rib cage expand and soften. Perhaps you notice it in your throat or at the tip of the nose. Not trying to change the breath in any way, but just observing that steady flow, rise and fall of breath that carries us through our days. On your very next breath out, take all of your attention to both of your feet, the left and the right foot, as if you're holding these parts of your body in the brightest of your attention and sensing how they feel. Sense the parts of them that rest onto the earth or your bed, your support beneath you. Notice those parts of your feet that are covered or uncovered, or might even have a blanket laying over them. And see if you can sense the foot from the inside out. If you could imagine how it feels to sense right from the inside to the outside of each foot, holding them both as best you can in equal attention. Notice the soles of both feet. Find in your attention the big toes of both feet. You might notice a tiny space between the big toe and the second toe, and then come to explore the second toe in your mind. Similarly, finding just the tiniest of space between the third toe, and in your own way just traveling your attention, your focus across the toes until you reach the outside edge of each little toe. Sense the top of each foot. And noticing if there's a sense of any space between the foot itself and the beginning of each ankle. Allowing, inviting the feet to start to soften. And on your next breath out, drifting your attention into both legs, left and right leg, all the way from the ankles, all the way up to the top of the hips, both the left and the right leg, the top of the legs, the back of the legs, the space at the back of the knees and inside of the knee joint, front of the knees. Notice any parts that are gently falling into the support below you. And notice any parts that are covered or have sensation of clothing. How do the legs feel? Almost again as if you're feeling into them from the inside towards the outside. And as you breathe now, could you imagine that you're sending the breath into your legs, maybe all the way down into the feet as well? And almost as if every breath in is carrying with it some fresh energy, and that every breath out carries some of those held tensions away. And on your next breath out, leaving the legs and shifting your focus now to the whole of the torso, all the way from your buttocks, up the back, to the top of the shoulders, all the way up across the collarbones and over the chest and down to the belly and to the hips. So you hold for this moment the whole of your torso in your attention, and noticing any sensations that you might be feeling within the torso. Perhaps a sense of the heart beating, the belly softening, that expansion of the rib cage at the side and maybe even the back as you breathe in and you breathe out. How does this part of your body feel as you use every breath in to start to soften it, and every breath out to carry any of the held tensions away? A gentle rise and fall with every breath in and every breath out of your chest, of your belly. Feeling the whole of the torso start to soften and to settle. And it doesn't matter when you become distracted, when you drift off into thought or perhaps deep rest. Just coming back every time you notice my voice. No need to criticize, no need to judge, just joining back when you notice that you've drifted away. Bringing your attention all the way up to the shoulders. Maybe even seeing if you can soften the tips of the shoulder blades down to the support beneath you. Releasing some of the tensions with every breath as we come into this part that so often carries so much tension. You might feel like it rises up towards our ears. How does it feel to let the shoulders have their moment just to settle down into the earth or the support beneath you? Every breath is a softening breath. And as you breathe out next, leaving the shoulders and traveling your attention down both of the arms, the left and the right arm, from the shoulders into the armpits, sensing the upper arm, sensing into the inner crease of the elbow itself, along the forearm to the wrist. Noticing how each arm feels as you hold them in your awareness now. Notice the sensations within the arms. Notice any warmth or coolness on the outside of the arms. And again, sensing some space here between the end of the arms and the beginning of the hands. And then leaving the arms on your next breath out and moving your attention into your left and your right hand. Sensing into the palm of each hand. And then melting your attention towards the back of each hand. You might even travel from the back of the hand back to the palm once more. To see how it is to explore the sensation of each hand and to allow at the same time the hands to soften. Bringing your focus to both thumbs, maybe even sensing into the nail, bed of the nail, tip of the thumb. And then that space between the thumb and the index finger before you come over to each index finger. And again, just drifting between finger and space until you reach the outside edge of each little finger. And hold eventually the whole of each hand in your awareness. Any pulsing or sensation. And no need to judge when the mind drifts off, just gently coming back. No problem at all. And then on your next breath out, leaving both of your hands and taking your attention, your awareness up to the head, all the way from the base of the neck, the back of the neck, the throat, the jaw, feeling the tongue falling gently in the mouth, noticing the teeth, the lips, the cheekbones, the ears melting quite evenly towards your support below, the temples, the forehead, sensing into the eyebrows and the eyes. Maybe even noticing the eyes resting gently. Perhaps it's possible to sense into the eyelids, eyelashes, and then down the bridge of the nose, noticing the nostrils, the sense perhaps of the air on the inside of the nostrils, the sense of the air, the temperature of the room on the outside of your nostrils. And then finding your way all the way back up to the top of the head, back of the head. And then expand your awareness so you feel the whole of your body laying here. Every breath allowing parts of you to soften that you may not have even realized were holding tension. Taking a wonderful opportunity to rest. So that in a moment you might move ahead into the rest of your day or into your sleep, ready for whatever is coming next. And start to invite the breath to deepen. And be aware of the body laying in your room, maybe even picture yourself in your room. You might notice the sounds around you. And if the eyes had closed, then see how it is to just gently blink them open, or even to lay the palms over the eyes so that you spread the fingers and blink the eyes open. Let that light in more gently, more softly. See if your body wants to move. It might be a wriggling of fingers and toes. It might be a great big stretch. You might like to squeeze your hands, squeeze your feet. Take a really big full breath in, and once more a really big deep breath out. No need to rush away. Take a moment just to notice and to feel before you head on to the next thing.